I feel like everybody's moving, like not really moving. So even when the ball's coming down the court, people on the wing, bro, y'all don't just have to wait and sit on the wing, bro. Y'all just come around, like, come around, like, you know what I'm saying? Just come around, like.
Kids getting the ball to the middle, though. We can't keep throwing the ball to the corner. Once we throw the ball to the middle, everything collapses.
If you're on the backside, remember to collapse, but the way you defeat them trying to stretch us deep, talk.
Old Gold Classic is a big weekend where people from all over come and enjoy the competition between the Theta Gamma Alphas and the Omega Psi Phi 3D UDQs in Tampa, Florida. It started 15 years back from my pro fight, Ron Senius. My pro fight, Ron Senius, and another member of Alpha, they really hung out with each other a lot. And with them hanging around each other a lot, they actually decided to make a weekend together where they would play basketball for a scholarship weekend. So for about 4 or 5 years, it was just a basketball game. So it wasn't until around the 2009 Qs and Alphas decided to make it a weekend out of it. The basketball game has become a very big event and the main event. Now, the basketball game reaches anywhere to 1,000, 2,000 people. And it's a very high intensity game. And you quickly understand the magnitude of the event by the practices and by the way people talk. Because this year isn't the only year people got worked up and cried. A lot of people. This weekend was like a special weekend. Just in 2009, I lost my pro fight Corey Wright on OGC as well. OGC weekend. So OGC weekend is a very emotional weekend for a lot of people. One, it's like you see your longtime friends you hardly see. And two, there has been a lot of great people that have passed.
Today, Reuel Buchanan's family and friends told me he was a mentor, a scholar, and a UCF student leader. Troopers told me he died crossing this street yesterday. His friends say it happened as he was out jogging.
I swear to y'all, bro. Please don't go out here, man, and over this boy name. Please go out here, dog, and play your heart out for this man. Dog, I can't describe how bad this shit hurt walking in this jail when I am here. And I don't do this crying shit, dog, but I swear to God, it could have been any one of y'all. I got that call about it could have been me. And ain't no guarantee that that shit ain't gonna happen after this year. So just understand, dog. We are here for a purpose, dog.
Reuel Buchanan was a brother from the University of Central Florida, the Chi Tau Tau chapter. He was a friend to everybody. God took him back on April 18th, 2018. And all of Florida and much more has still been devastated after he passed. Even though God doesn't make mistakes, this one continuously hurts all of us. And he was the fire that gave everybody, even the members of Alpha Phi Alpha, to do this weekend, a very stressful weekend.
We're going to do a moment of silence for Reuel and Corey Jackson, please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to OGC 15, everybody. It's about to be a good game, man.
Before the game, the tension's thick between both sides. It was crazy. Like, my best friend is an Alpha, tried to give me a handshake before the game, and I didn't want to give it to him. It's really just the tension between both sides and how the weekend has amounted to that. The dynamic of the team is a very aggressive and assertive one, simply because the amount of people we had this year, we had a lot of interchangeable parts. We had a lot of players that gave themselves up, their body is up for the teams. This team this year and all the past years were really awesome. We have players that came to the morning practice, go back to work, and then came for the game. We had players that came from 6 hours out. Gully came all the way from Texas. We had players from Georgia, New York, and Arkansas. We had players from everywhere. It tells me that friendship is one of the strongest gifts you can have. Distance doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. It's just like the friendships you build cost so much and money can't buy what it costs. Even though we had a groom out and it was a sweet, and all sides embraced each other with a hug because we came so far. It was emotions from both sides. A lot of people, we're happy the weekend's almost coming to an end. A lot of people are sad the weekend's coming to an end. And you honestly don't know when is the next time you're gonna see him again. So that's what makes me sad. I cherish like spending time with people so much more now. I used to think money was the most important thing to me. This week it taught me time is all that I have, so that's the biggest thing. If Reuel could see what OGC has became since last year, he'll be proud of me simply because like last year was my first year that I ever did it, and I really don't want to get emotional, but I had so many mistakes and I was so flustered last year, and I wanted it to be such a great event. This year I took a different type of angle towards it, just to make it a better weekend and just to simply honor Reuel. Another day and another event to honor Reuel. He would be very proud. Even after we would argue, because of course we're gonna argue about everything, but he would be very proud at the event we put on. And I know he would just be in a maze of his presence on everybody. It would just, he would love it.